is up, everyone? Today I got the urge to start a project that I've been hinting at in a few videos. If you saw my very first video, which was a crochet vlog, I made this fella who is a cutie little crochet soda can bank dude. And I made him out of a vintage pattern book that I thrifted at a local thrift store. This is what it looks like. It's called Pastel Pretties. And the pop bank is just inside this book. The reason that I bought this pattern book is because of this really, really deranged doll face pillow. Seriously, I'd never seen anything like that. And as soon as I saw it, I knew I had to get this and I had to make it. So after making one of the patterns in this book, I'm like even more convinced that it's gonna be incredible based on how that guy turned out. So this project is gonna be finally making the deranged doll face pillow. So if you go on eBay, you can find like lots of doll heads, doll parts, etc. So you can kind of like filter through them, kind of decide like, okay, what insane doll head collection am I going to bid on or buy, and you can find them. So I did exactly that. I got a huge box of doll head parts. If you want to see me haul those, it's in that vlog and I'll link it below. But I had a ton of these. So this is like a head that has no back, and then it comes with little hands as well. So we have like the little milk bottle hand and then the other hand. I have already used one doll head to make a doll head wall hanging for my kitchen, and now I'm ready to make the doll face pillow. So it says that you need one large doll head. I think this would be like a large doll head, but we'll see. In the pattern, they use a really pretty like variegated pink and white yarn, but I just love this like scallop ruffle situation. I love the way the hands just like emerge out of the pillow. Seriously, like what was going on in the 70s that people were creating this shit? I love it. So let's look through my supplies, pick a yarn, or maybe I'll go get a yarn. We'll see. Let's like do a yarn inventory and then I'll decide if I'm gonna like pop out to Joann and get a new yarn. Tell me why I can look at this entire thing of yarn and feel like I don't have the yarn that I want. Look at all of this yarn. How could I not have the yarn I want? But I really want like a variegated yarn that has like an interesting color palette, and I kind of love this dotty yarn, but this is like a number 3 DK, so it's not gonna be as chunky for the pattern. So I think I have to go to Joann. Flop, I guess? I love going to Joann, so let's go to Joann. My goodness, my son wants to say hi. Can you sit? Wow, such a good boy. Yeah, you're so sweet, buddy. Does anyone else's dog have an underbite? It's my favorite thing ever. Love it. Made it back from Joann and changed because I got extremely hot. My car does not have AC at the moment. I went to Joann and I was like kind of disappointed by the selection. I'll show you what I ended up getting. So this is the yarn I got as a potential doll pillow yarn. It's the Big Twist Value in Rainbow Bright, and it's this like, looks like, I don't know, it's giving like melted popsicle. I love that it has like dark colors in it that kind of like make the bright colors pop. And my friend Tara made me a handbag out of this, and so I know I like the way that this looks worked up. I really love variegated yarn, but my preference is that like it's variegated yarn that changes frequently. I'm not as big into like ombre and like bigger stripe blocks. I really like where it changes like every few inches, and this one is like that. I got one of these, and that was the only like potential doll pillow yarn that was speaking to me. I was not happy with my Joann trip. I felt like it wasn't really what I wanted to do for the pillow, so I also went to Michael's. If Joann is my wife, Michael is like, we're pals, you know? I don't like love Michaels. I love Joann, but Joann was a little bit disappointing today. I just got this one cake and I had seen these cakes before. This is the Karen coconut cakes and I got the pink shade, which is called Fuchsia. These are worsted weight, so they're number 4, 78% cotton and 22% polyester. But it has like this, maybe you can see better on this side, has like this like coconut flake effect, like these little hairs that are almost like a little like coconut shed, which I think is like really fun. And it feels like cotton, but it's got that like stretchiness that acrylic kind of gives to cotton. So I don't really love working with like 100% cotton. I prefer it if it's got like wool or acrylic blended in. But I thought that this pink variegated situation might look really fun. I mean, I do like the yarn that they used for this, but I'm thinking that this is what I'm gonna go with. I had seen this yarn before, and these are normally $12.99, and I just feel like, I don't know, that's kind of a lot for me to spend on like one little thing of yarn unless I'm like special ordering some kind of yarn or it's like hand dyed or something. That's a lot for like craft store yarn. They were on clearance for $5.99, which is incredible. They were like half off. I do, however, need to pick a contrasting yarn to go with it, and I'm just gonna do that with like one of the solid colors that I already have. So that's what I got, and that's my plan. I think I'm gonna go for like a red and pink Valentine's vibe and do obviously the mane with this and then all of the little ruffles with this. I kind of wanted to do white, but I actually don't have white acrylic. I thought I did. I could use cream. You know, maybe I will use cream. That's kind of giving. Okay, I need to cake this up. All right, so I caked up the cream and I am otherwise ready to get started. The center of this yarn, I found it immediately with no barf. Love it when that happens. You can see like the little hairs. This is the entirety of the pattern. It's this and then this little bit up here. It says that I need a 12-inch foam pillow, but I think I'm just gonna use, I have a little bit of stuffing left over after making my giant worm. So I'm just gonna use polyfill and stuff it because I don't wanna buy a pillow. It seems like the way it's worked is literally like 2 panels and then you sew them together with single crochet and then you do a border. So it is kind of like flat. I wasn't sure if there was edging that you have to do as well, but it's flat. So I guess you make 2 full panels and then the doll face like sits like fully on top of one and then you probably crochet a ruffle drawstring situation around it. I am ready to get started, so let's do it. My first impression is that this feels a little bit small to be category 4, especially compared to like my cream, so hopefully that doesn't affect things too much. So this is what it looks like crocheted up. Look at the little hairs. It's so fun. I love it. I will say, I probably would not recommend this yarn to beginners. The construction of the yarn is like candy cane twisted and it's very splitty. So it's kind of hard when you have to like find a stitch and insert it. It's a little bit challenging to do that, but like if you know what you're doing, it should be fine. I would just say if you're learning like where a stitch, what parts of the stitch you insert the hook and things like that, this would definitely be challenging, I think, but it's pretty fun to work with. I'm just a very like tactile person, so when yarns have interesting feels, like usually I love it. I am gonna just keep working. This is basically just working a big flat circle. So it is a little bit holy, like I can see through it quite a bit. So I may end up having to put like a liner or something in between this and the polyfill, but I really love the texture and look of this, so I'm happy with the yarn and I'm definitely gonna keep on chugging. I think I love this yarn because I'm always attracted to like the scrubby yarns that they have in the craft store that are like made for making kitchen scrubbies and like scrubby washcloths and stuff, but they're like made to be scratchy, so they're not good for like making home decor. But this is like giving that vibe, but it's perfect for home decor. How fun is that? This would also be really fun for clothing. I will say this is on clearance right now, so if you like it, go to your Michaels and get it, because I feel like they're phasing it out. So we've got both panels fully done now. This yarn has such an amazing like drape to it. I'm really impressed by this yarn. I like really love it. And that's how much I use. So I have a good amount left. That's exciting. I basically decided that there's just no way I'm gonna be able to stuff polyfill in this without it like peeking through, and I want this to last. So I went ahead and cut this is just like a piece from a piece of scrap fabric I have. It's honestly like this really thin fabric that I think it's cute. I love gingham, but I don't really have any purpose for this fabric I had. It was from a big bag of fabric that my husband's grandma gave me, so I just wanted to use it, and I ended up just cutting 2 rounds that are just like, I don't know, maybe like have a half an inch of seam allowance around them. So I'm just gonna basically sew them together with my machine and leave, you know, it right sides together, turn them out, and then stuff it full of polyfill and sew it closed and just kind of like create my own pillow insert. Because I couldn't find like a well-priced round pillow insert. You can get them on Amazon, but it's like you have to get like 4 for $45, or you can get like 1 for like $18. And I'm just like, screw that, I'm gonna make one. So that is my plan with this. The next steps are basically to sew these together, put the pillow insert inside, and then I can start working on the baby appliques, which all just kind of sit on top. So the cool thing about this is you can make a doll face pillow on anything, really. Like, it doesn't have to be a circular pillow. So if I do make more of these, I'll probably do them on other sizes. And you just build the little ruffle thing and sew it on. So you can kind of do it however you want. It is Tuesday morning now, and I just finished my little pie crust ruffle border. That's what this pattern calls it, like a pie crust border, which I think is so cute. And I'm loving how it's looking. This is really satisfying to play with, so I enjoy that. I went ahead and made the little ruffle base for the head. So this is eventually going to be sewn on to the pillow here, like that. There will be a pie crust border here too, and then around the 2 hands. The pillow is completely done, so it'll probably be sitting here in the future. Very cute. I think the only thing left is doing the pie crust on this guy, which actually has 2 layers that need the pie crust. And then I have to make the drawstring. And then I have to make the pie crust around the hands and sew it all on, but I think I'm gonna finish today. I feel like this ruffle situation is getting out of hand. Like, I don't even have room to crochet because there's so much pie crust going on. And I just feel like I've just been making pie crust for like hours. This cake is almost gone and it all went to these ruffles. And I still have like so many more to do. was just looking at this again, and it's kind of confusing because the inner circle here, like, why is there a very reasonable amount of scallops? And then on mine, it's like hundreds. Like, it looks like popcorn. All right, you guys, we have completed the ultra deranged doll face pillow. If you enjoy this, you are a fucking freak, just like me. If there are more of these in existence, which I'm sure there are, I need photos. I need to know what type of people have these in their house, and they need to be my friend immediately. I love this thing. This is just like one of the most bizarre things I've ever made. I love it so dearly. The qualm that I have with the pattern is that I would not have done so many ruffles to the point where the baby looks like it is emerging as a piece of popcorn, but I'm accepting her for what she is, and I mean, I would be lying if I said I wasn't obsessed with how this turned out. I had so much fun working with this coconut cakes yarn as the base. I did end up having to hot glue the hands in because I couldn't get them to stay to the point of like not falling out. So we'll see how she holds up, but it's just simply decorative. It's gonna be in my office, on my office couch, not like the couch my dog sleeps on, you know? So it should be okay. I'm super happy with how it turned out. Thank you to all of the, you know, freaks, legends, queers, whoever made it to the end of this video. Love you all. Subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.